let me introduce Tina.
Yeah, introduce me.
No.
Because Tina's...
Okay, go ahead.
Tina's... Now, let me tell you about you, Tina. See, you're the seductive, you see.
Oh.
You got a beautiful face, and you are worth $1 billion because you see, men need women like you. You are the type of woman that men, they lose their thinking and reasoning, see.
Okay.
Now, you don't have to be able to use your power, but women don't use it. They're too busy competing with us because you got penis in. See. You don't use the power of your beauty.
Penis envy.
Yeah, women, especially in the United States, have penis envy.
Do you think I want to be a man?
No, I said penis envy.
Do you think I want the things that being a man would get me?
Yes.
Like
Because
what?
not you in particular, but too many women.
Well, I'm the one sitting here.
All right, yes, but you know,
Okay.
when you individualize, we're talking about...
Every woman but me.
But no, you see, what I'm saying by that is, do you think you're equal to a man in every respect? What do you think there's any difference?
That's a really broad question. I think there are significant differences. I think men and women can do a lot of the same things really well. I think they'll do them differently. I think they'll approach things differently.
In what respect?
Let's say like managing a company. I think men and women manage organizations and people differently.
Well, we're not talking about work, we're talking about emotional relationships between the two.
Well, you said...
Because, yeah, but I mean, I'm talking
Okay.
about emotional and psychological differences. That's the reason, that's the whole basis of a relationship with men and women.
Well,
It's
you
the
just asked me if
emotion,
they
not
were
the job.
equal.
Well, when I say are they equal, we're not talking about equal pay for equal work. That's equal. I mean, you don't matter who it is, equal pay for equal work.
No, I mean, I think men and women are both good at basketball. I think they're both good. I don't think there's like an inequality necessarily, but I think there are definite differences. There are different strengths.
Yeah, but
different
we're
styles.
talking about psychological.
Well, you are. Okay.
I'm talking about psychological.
All right.
You're talking about performance.
Well, how do you use equal as a word to compare?
Well, I do. You
Emotional
think that?
intelligence
Do you
or-
think that the emotional response to life is the same with women and men?
No.
Well, what do you find the main difference between a woman and the way she looks at a relationship and a man?
Well, I think there are men and women that can look at relationships equally, but I think for the most part, women are more nurturing, more emotional, they have different instincts when it comes to love and affection, I think, than men do. But I don't think that means that men and women can't get along. I've seen couplings very successful and people very happy together, celebrating their differences, and I've just seen like oil and water too. So, I mean, you know the differences.
Yeah, but I
know what you're getting at.
What am I getting at?
You're getting at we're all emotional, and you guys are all primitive and base.
We're have much more. The tragedy with relationships today, especially in the United States, as women want he/she's. She want a man and a woman to be a man. You remember the big thing about we want men to be feeling, we want men to cry. You remember that big thing? You don't hear it anymore.
But a lot of you guys
'Cause-
want girl bros
No,
too. Like
no,
you want a girl who's a girl and a girl who can drink beer and watch the game too.
Well, no. We basically want we can drink beer and watch the game with each other. We don't really.
Oh, you don't want us in the room.
No. We don't. Women we are attracted to women physically. That's it. It's physical. The first thing a man sees
right?
is physical.
But
Now
you can develop attraction to other areas of a woman, right?
Well,
like her intellect, or her personality, her.
Yeah, you develop a bond that women don't understand because they think that when a man goes out and sample other women, that they fell out of love.
That's a verb you're going to use?
Well, it's a sample. I consider it sample because you see, it's not necessarily affection. A man thinks a mystery under a woman's dress. Lucky for you women, so a lot of you are very wealthy because of that. And if
You're offending me in so many ways right now.
Oh, well, don't let me know how I'm offending you. I love that. Tell me I'm offending you. You know why?
Well, how did you jump to sampling the female population to women are rich because of men?
Well, a lot of wealthy women because of pornography. Pornography is a female industry.
I need factual backup on that. Because honestly, I don't think the talent are the ones making the most money in pornography. I think the distributors and the owners
We're
of
not
like
talking-
Vivid, I think those are male.
Yeah, we're not talking about who's making the most money. We're talking about the
just said.
industry. I said the females, and now with the internet, females run the industry because regardless of what a man makes, without a female participating, he can make a quarter.
Yeah, true.
But then why are we condemned for allowing you to do what you want to do and make money? You know these women. You don't.
I don't have a problem with porn, so you're picking a fight with the wrong person.
No,
I like porn.
No, I don't have a problem with it either. But I'm saying
Saying
men
that
are
women
condemned. Men are condemned for it. You know, like
By whom?
by society. You know that they call
Who
us
is
dogs.
society?
Well,
Your dog says that you mistreat women. You're not dogs because you watch porn.
how do we mistreat women? In what way? Tell me what you think.
I think men make monogamous commitments to women and then cheat on them.
Wait,
I think men lie to women because it's just easier than being honest.
But what is
I
cheating?
think men
What is cheating?
having sex with another woman after
wait,
you've committed to somebody
But
you
see,
won't.
no. But wait a minute. You see that I want to ask you a question.
All right.
Then. Does nature have anything to do with it?
Well, of
Suppose
course,
you're
but-
pregnant now and you can't have any more children, and it's very difficult for you. You're not attractive to have sex, right? This is
Is this a scenario? I'm ugly and nobody will screw me? Is
no,
that
no,
what
no.
you
When you're pregnant,
said? And I'm pregnant.
when a woman is pregnant, usually after give her sometimes she can work out until about 5 months. After that, she can't do nothing. Oh, she does sometimes give you hump, right? Can you admit to that?
I don't know what you're asking.
What I'm asking you now, nature allows a man to continue to produce sperm until he can hardly walk, right? Is that right or wrong? That's right.
Yeah.
Well, why would nature allow a man to produce sperm he didn't intend for him to use it? But after you're 50, you can't make no more babies.
Well, in the dawn of time, people only live 10, 15 years anyway.
Yeah,
so
but
it's
you have-
not like they knew we were all going to be living to our 80s.
But you don't constantly
90s.
produce eggs. Your eggs are you born with the eggs. They get old and
Yeah.
men continually produce sperm. Why?
To
Because-
propagate the species.
Oh, that's right. So then why do nature allow men to have, you say men cheat? They're designed to cheat with the seeds.
Hey, I didn't create the whole institution of marriage. So,
Yeah, but-
I have not agreed to it.
But I
either.
hear the women
But
hollering.
people walk into that. Men walk into that and they say, I do at the altar, and they say, I will be true to you. I will not
yes,
cheat
but
on you. I
nature
will
won't
not...
allow it.
Then go live in a forest.
Why
What are you
should you
doing
have
in
to-
a house, in a building?
I want to
in a
know why is
store?
that so important.
Because the
Oh,
difference between us and an animal is that you have intellect and you can make a choice.
So we supposed to suffer then, so you can feel good.
You don't think we
Psychological.
suffer?
How do you suffer?
People suffer.
Well,
People
they're supposed-
suffer for a variety of reasons.
No, I'm saying in
I
relationship.
mean, woe is me. The poor man can't.
All right, so
screw
okay,
everything.
he's okay to masturbate, right?
Sure.
But if he does it with a woman, it's no good. In other words, it's not what he does; it's what he does with it. Right?
Yes.
Well, then how do
Based
you,
on a promise you make. I don't care if you're
Wait a
single.
minute.
Do whatever you
But
want.
the promise you make,
Why make it if you want to
you
just
make
keep
you,
propagating?
and that's why men feel guilty, and that's why they get angry, and that's why they get so bitter because they're
So
fighting.
they lie.
No,
and
they
beat
fighting.
women
No,
and, I mean, come on.
no, we're not talking about the beating the women because
Mhm.
actually
That happens too.
Yeah, that
happens
happens
too.
too. But we're talking about relationships. You know what? The smart women now they condemn Hillary for staying with Bill, and the ones that were condemning Hillary, they don't have anybody, because Hillary realized that Bill loved her. Those women that went with Bill, where are they? They're gone.
Well,
But see
I
you.
still think that's debatable. I don't know that they love each other, but whatever.
What about that? If they don't love each other, why are they together?
Political
And why they work so
reasons?
well together, huh?
Political reasons.
Oh, so in other words, do you believe that's political only? You can't say this for political reasons. It's more they understand.
I don't
see,
know these
women that
people.
understand men are happy. Women that don't are unhappy.
I
That's-
understand, man. I get it. I understand your arguments. But I'm not saying that, but that doesn't mean it's just okay. You're like, well, I'm an animal. I'm supposed to shoot my seed everywhere.
It might as well, but it's not.
I'm dumb. I can't make a decision
It might
to
as
be
well.
a good person or actually stay faithful to somebody to whom I've made a commitment. If you don't make the commitment, I don't care what you do. But if you're going to make a promise, this is why women get hurt. Because you don't manage expectations well.
But you know why?
If you walked into a marriage and said, by the way, this is going to be an open marriage, and she was like, you fucking high and kicked you out, that's one thing. If she was like, okay, I'll accept that, then you don't have a problem. But most guys go into it, you're lying. You're lying already, knowing you're probably going to break those vows, right?
But the point of see, it means more to you because you don't have the same pressure on you from nature as men have. See, you deal from the heart, men deal physically and verbally. I mean, and visually. Because, think about it. You rarely ever see a handsome man with an ugly woman. But you'll see ugly-ass men with good-looking women. Because women look at the whole relationship differently.
Well, I think you're missing, though, the component that you were definitely born, it's in you, it's inherent in you to propagate a species, but it's the same for what's inherent in us is the protection of our home and our children.
And that's why you look towards a man.
So we do, it can be physical, but in today's society...
What can be physical?
The attraction. If you see a really, really big guy, he's a protector to you. Like, women are attracted to that because they know he'll protect the house, he'll protect the kids. But in this society, it could also be wealth. It could also be, vivaciousness or energy or anything that makes a woman feel like that man coupling with me is going to ensure the safety of our home and our children.
Well, you see what you're saying.
So we have a physical
you say,
need
no,
as well.
you have a material need. Not a physical need. That has nothing to do with physical, it's material. I love it.
Answer the phone. My family. Like, you can't not be there. Do you know what I mean? Like that. So it's not
we're
material.
your protector.
Absolutely.
Oh,
the
okay.
protection of my home life, right?
Very few women are willing to admit that. So we're your protector. Do we get anything, any leeway because of that? You can't protect us. I want to ask you something.
That's not what you want.
No, now I want to ask you something.
When you're looking for a woman.
You think differently because you've never seen a polygamous family where the woman is in charge. Women can have 6 wives, man can have 6 wives. A woman can't have 2 husbands in the same room.
Right. That's true.
Because you know why? A man, he's a possessor. He possesses you. Women don't feel possessive of men. They look upon a man like a meal ticket.
That's not true. I've never looked at a man like a meal ticket.
Well, honey, I didn't say every single breathing woman did that way.
But you're missing the point.
Would you marry a bum?
It's not that...
Would you marry an unemployed guy?
Well, I'm not actually a believer in marriage, to be honest with you, but I would definitely date somebody who made a lot less... I've definitely dated somebody who made a lot less money than me.
But say you were going to get married. Would you marry a man unemployed?
Such a weird scenario.
No.
Yeah, I might.
But in most cases, you wouldn't. You know what they did?
Unemployed people aren't really attractive. I mean,
what's that?
Unemployed people who don't have a lot of goals or ambition aren't really that.
But that should have any. But to see the difference, if I looked at you, I wouldn't care if you never worked a day in your life.
Yeah, then you're going to complain that I want pretty things.
Oh no! I'm saying if I met you, all right, for the first time, and I said, ooh, I like that, and you met me and you said, he's nice. Right away, you want to say, how much he make? What kind of job? All I'm saying, boy, I'd love to get on the sheets. Now, you could be unemployed and worked all your life, but you wouldn't look...
Actually, I want to speak for my friends, the people that I know in my life, the women, because I don't think the initial question is, how much does he make? What does he do? I think the initial question is he kind? Is he somebody who would be good to me? Would we have fun together? Of course, you want to know, am I going to have to wipe his ass, or can he take care of himself? You know, having a job is good. It's rare these days to find a guy in his 30s with a job, like with a good paying, like there's a lot of guys still living at home with their mom or in a house with 6 other frat brothers. Like
that would be a real adjustment for you, though, because women look for. I mean, these they got millions of women that advertise for sugar daddies. You see that on channel 20? And guys that pay big money, I mean $10,000-$20,000 a month. That's wealthy guys that enjoy the showing off of these good-looking girls, young girls. Now, what do you think of that?
To each his own. I mean, I'm not interested in something like that.
I know, but what do you think?
And I'm not interested in a guy who's trying to find a date that way either.
Well, no, he's not finding. She knows what she's doing. He knows what he's doing. She knows that
That's fine. They can do that.
Yeah, I didn't say anything was wrong with it. I'm just saying the psychology of it. the difference in the basis, or like, usually when a man and a woman has sex, right after the man finishes, clicks in his mind, it's over. He's done his job. That's right. The women don't respond that way because of nature. Because nature, the man, they're really telling
That's
the man.
a brain chemical thing as well, though.
No, it's not. But the man isn't scheming. It's a natural thing.
No, he's just done. His levels have dropped and he knocks out.
No, nature's telling him to move on to the next one.
After a nice long nap.
No, not necessarily. With the one to take a nap out of shape. You're supposed to put the woman to sleep. Any guy take a nap, get rid of him. Because he's out of shape. You're not supposed to get worn out in sex. You're supposed to get invigorated. And if he needs a nap, pack him in.
Okay. Good advice. Thank you. Tell my mother. My mother skipped on that one.
What?
She didn't tell me that advice.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So I feel like you're focusing on the material thing, the money, as like we want pretty cars and furs and things like that, but it really goes back to the same basic nature that you're speaking of.
Excuse me a minute. I'm hot.
Okay.
You got me all hot. I got to put the air conditioner on.
Okay.
Go.
Okay, so I feel like you're focusing on the wealth of the material as like I want pretty things, but it goes back to the same basic nature that you're talking about, where you need to propagate the species and I need to ensure that my safety, my children's safety is met and that I have a good, comfortable home, right? So it's like I need a protector for the cave. And if you're out screwing other cave girls and leaves me susceptible, that's the basis of it. That's the basis of fidelity right there. It's got to be a partnership. Like, I get, you could wait until I died before you went and propagated the species somewhere else, right? You didn't have to, like, screw everybody while I was married to you.
But men have been doing that since the beginning of time because he's been behind them. Now, he's supposed to take care of you and everyone that he makes, every child that he makes. Just having sex with you don't mean. See, the woman today thinks sex itself is like what you're saying. See, you're talking about the basis of having a family and having the protection of a man looking out for you. That's good structure.
And to bring you food, to go kill the elk.
That's right.
And
That's
shit.
good structure, and that's
Right.
the basics. But the point today, women think having sex with you is enough. It's like making a deposit in Boston Mutual. They can draw on it. See, women think they're doing you a favor. You owe them. Now, I'm not. When I say women, now whatever you say, women or men, it's never all. If you say all, you're wrong.
I don't
it's
even know if
always
that's
exception.
a good generalization. I don't know.
Well, it's a generalization.
Women use sex as a currency.
Oh, sure they do.
Okay. I can see that. I understand that argument.
Because they look at it, the entire relationship, different than men. Men are just strictly, I laugh at men. The girls come in here to do lap dancing and all that. They laugh. They think men are the dumbest animals God made.
That's because you pay money to go sit, and the funny thing is, you go, I think she likes me. She paid to like you. That's why they think you're funny.
And not only that, they say you sit around. They laugh. They say Jesus, and you're not supposed to touch them. They rub all against you, and the guys give them $50. It's insane, and they think you're nuts. I have friends that do that. I wouldn't do to me. Then you go home and play with yourself. Doesn't make sense. It really doesn't. I look at these guys, and that's why.
So why do you go? Why do you go?
Well, I like to. It's fun to see because you know why? It just magnifies how stupid we are. The illusion of sex with
and
men.
you wonder why we think you're stupid.
We
you
are.
do things like
when
that.
We go to the topless, bottomless places.
on you.
But the topless, bottomless places you go to, the girl comes out, and she, and you can't wait for her to show what she's got. As soon as she do that next. But until then,
you can't even have a beer while you're watching it.
No, because they're afraid you may go nuts.
So what's the point? You're sober. You're sitting in the dark room by yourself.
But now think about it. You women try the same. See, that's why I say you got penis envy. Women say we want that too. They don't want that.
I don't want that.
But not you, darling. See, you keep on. You're special.
I don't know. I don't have a lot of girlfriends that go to male strip clubs.
That's right. But you.
We think that's silly. That's something you do like bachelorette party, somebody's birthday, and you know it's a joke the entire time. And it's an excuse to get rowdy and drunk, really, and go out and
you don't go back again.
Never.
Every time you turn around, there's a new topless bottomless joint opened up. Because men think it's a mystery and everyone's dressed, even though they know better. Now you see the girls, and I've been no spring chicken at all. And I go and I see these women, and I'm just like, sometimes I get mad at myself. And they look gorgeous. You say, they walk down the street, you say, boy, look at that. And then you can wait till they get to show you their genitals. After they do that, it's over. Illusion's gone. Now bring the next one out. You see, it's all an illusion. And the women that know that. Because you know
this
the
is
problem.
not a metaphor for women in general, though.
The lowest divorce rate in the Western world is in Italy, a Catholic country, because they accept mistresses with men. They know that men will stray. And they accept
it. That nothing to do with also it's a Roman Catholic country where divorce is not allowed.
That's right. That the most originally, because it shows you how hypocritical
religion.
It is. You know, Mitterrand, Prime Minister of France, when he died, his mistress was standing next to him, next to his wife, at the funeral.
Yeah.
And a lot of women understand that men can love and really adore you, but it sexually is over. It's sexual excitement is newness.
And
I have friends that haven't
some
touched
women
their
are
wife.
okay with that because they're still getting what they need out of that relationship, which could be an income to make sure that their kids are taken care of and fed and all that.
Because you know, the
A
need
home.
for sex isn't there for women like it is for men.
So, but is it also, it seems like it's not quite as acceptable for the woman to step out.
Because you know why? You step out from the hard, men step out physically. You know one thing? If
So
I
it's
told
worse
you...
if I cheat on you than if you cheat on me.
Yes, because you're not cheating physically. You're cheating emotionally. Very rare.
I can actually cheat emotionally without being physical, and you won't even know about it. We do that a lot.
What do you mean? Well, yeah, but that's different. We're talking about all the way you can get it. You can sit there and fantasize all you want.
It's not just fantasize. I could actually emotionally be in love with somebody else while I'm with you.
That's okay.
That's okay.
Yeah, because how would I know?
So why does it matter if I go sleep with that guy?
Because
I'm already emotionally attached to him, and
when
you said sex is
no,
just
when
sex.
you sleep, you take his possession. Let's face it. I know it sounds.
No, it's because you're a dog, and if another dog takes your bone,
that's right.
Even though you didn't want the bone,
We're possessive.
now you want the bone.
We possess him.
Right.
You don't possess us like we possess you.
It's not because we cheat in different ways. It's because that was your bone.
No, because just like you said, we take care of the women. You know, the woman think to be taken care of, you got to be that's the point that she wants in a man to look out for her, right? Okay, the point simply is, the man feels possessive of his woman. Women don't feel possessive of their men.
Some do, to a degree,
not
but not to the
I'm
same
talking
degree.
about as a group,
Sure.
and not, it's always exception, but I mean as a group.
I mean,
Women are not.
We feel a little bit, not as strongly, I think.
Yeah, only because you feel that because rejected. Actually, if you didn't feel rejected, if you was guaranteed that your man that went out here with some Lucy didn't reject you in some way, it wouldn't bother you at all. It's that feeling that you're being rejected, that you're being set aside.
Yeah,
doesn't.
Everybody wants to be chosen. Everybody wants to be picked.
Yes, but you were picked. That's why the man is with you.
You know, it was picked for that moment or that time frame, and then he found somebody else.
But only thing
over
because,
me. He'd rather go out with the floozy
only
that
thing
night
because
than
he
me.
got tired of chicken every night. He wanted to stay.
Because women just.
He's tired of chicken. Same old story. He gets tired of it. Even though he knows the next woman his tongue is for.
Chicken. Why are you gonna use food metaphors? Why am I?
Why
Why am I a chicken?
No, what?
What if I'm the steak, and he goes
What
out for tofu? I'll
doesn't
piss
make
him
it-
off. I
it
want
doesn't.
juicy steak.
And he's choosing something
And he went
else.
out for some rancid
But he's
ass
choosing. You know,
ostrich meat.
I've been in my second wife. I've never been in more love with a woman than her.
That's
I
not
would have
you.
died for her, but I stepped out on her. Not on her. I felt guilty about it too, but I did it a number of times.
Why did you feel guilty? If you
I
feel
felt
so
guilty
strongly, this is your
because
nature.
it's because
you knew it would hurt her because you knew you'd made a promise.
no, it's
to
not.
her.
And I had nothing to hurt it. I was saying, why did it come by? I couldn't help it.
Couldn't help it.
I could help it if I just
Like a
went.
drug.
But why should I go through that kind of pain? Why not satisfy?
What kind of pain?
Yes, it's painful.
It's not like chemotherapy.
Almost. When you
It's like I want to put my dick in that.
Yeah.
I can say no. It's not that painful. Come on.
What do you mean?
Pain.
It's pain. Look,
Pain.
it's painful when you see
Pain and
when you
sacrifice.
see a woman that is attractive to you, and you got to decide to mate with her. That's nature. You can't. It's almost like overwhelming.
Like I said, go out and live in the forest if you want to live like that.
But
You
what?
live in a civilized society. You've made commitments. You've made promises.
So in other words,
you have to work and live.
But what
with
are you?
women
What
around
sacrifice are you making? Now we supposed to. In other words, we're not supposed to give it to our nature, but you're supposed to give it to yours. Everything that satisfies you as a woman, you're supposed to have. But whatever satisfies a man, we're not
Well,
supposed to have.
if I'm
What are you doing?
if I go with my nature and I choose a man that I think is going to be a protector of my home and a provider for my children, and he steps out and he leaves me, what did I just lose? I just lost my nature too. I lost my caveman.
Well, so in other words, you it's material with you. It has nothing to do with emotion.
No, we already talked about this. It's not material. It's nature.
What else is it? You said take care of you and pay your
Because
bills.
somebody has to take care of the infants while somebody's going to get the elk.
Yeah, well, he's bringing the elk home.
He's got to hunt.
Well, wait a minute.
He's got to bring the food
I'm
back.
asking this.
And he's got to protect me.
He's bringing the food back, but he's tapping something else. What's the difference? You said that's all you're interested in.
Yeah, well, what if neighbor Bob comes over and taps me then? Now you got a problem.
No.
Now you got a problem, right?
No. Because you know why? I'm paying for you. Let neighbor Bob pick up the sprints. If neighbor Bob pick up the flag, he can take you all he wants. But don't come back and get no freebies. No freebies.
This is such a terrible conversation. I'm so over this topic.
I'm surprised.
I happen to think that marriage is bad for women.
I don't think men and women were meant to be married when we set it up.
Yeah.
It's against human nature.
Well,
It really goes against human nature. I really believe that.
I think a monogamous relationship for a certain time period isn't, but I think for eternity and, you know,
10
for
years.
better or worse,
After a while, I don't care how intense it is, it wears down.
I don't want it
Then
either
how
after
many, huh?
5 years. I
Huh?
don't want it either after 5 years.
Well, then
I want
now,
somebody new.
but you can't.
That's why I don't do
But no,
marriage.
not when the rent's being paid by the man.
Well, I pay my own rent, Leroy.
Oh no, I'm not, honey. I'm not talking about.
And most women I know
I'm
pay
not
their
talking
own
about,
rent.
I'm not talking about all. See, that's why they're most unhappy. You know what women are happy? Woman from Canada said.
Dumb women are happy.
Let me see. You know, she said, I don't understand American women. She said they do everything to entice a man, and then when he responds, they sue him for sexual harassment. And she was from Canada. She said, I don't understand that kind of psych. She said, they always at war with the men here. I said, that's why the men treat... Now, you know, I told you I have a friend. And he goes to the single bars. He almost despises me. Because he see the games they play. He said he goes to the singles bars, and he see the one sitting up there all cute. Cast them away as they come up, maybe I'll buy you a drink. So he takes $100 bill, puts it in his hand. He walks over to her and he says, buy yourself a drink $1. He said, right away. He said, you got to start the Michelin. Wait a minute, let me take care of this. Well, I tell you something. I love intelligent women. I got women like Jennifer and Barbara and Margaret. I talk to them hours. I love intelligent women. I never had a dumb woman.
Do you want to sleep with them?
What I mean, they're friends. My wife was very intelligent. The only thing she made a great error when she decided to move on. 20 years, and she made a great error. But I don't like...
She made what? An
error.
error?
A grave error.
She was smart until
No,
she left
she wasn't.
me.
That's right, because now she's alone, and I made a mistake.
Maybe she's happier.
No, she's not, because now she's hiding behind spiritualism. As soon as they tell me that, she's running. I said, you're running.
Maybe you created this.
Oh, you can't create it. Let me tell you something. Life
No. I mean, I think you made this up to justify, like, oh, she's stupid.
Oh,
she
no.
left me, and now
Let
she's
me know.
miserable.
Now you got to understand the situation. See, you all come to conclusions. Now, when I married her, she was a virgin. And my mother said, when I told her, I was like shocked, because I don't want no damn virgin. I was no virgin at all. She was studying to be a nurse. And I asked her after we had, because I zeroed right in, that's where I was animal man. I took care of that virginity in quick order. So the point, so I told my mother, I said, I really like her. You saw it on the website. If you look at the website.
I know all about her.
Well, okay, so I said, I really like her. There's something about her. I said, Mom, because my mother's just like, we almost grew up together. She's only 15 years older than me. So I talked to Mom, I said, she's a virgin. My mother said, oh. I said, Mom, why you say? She said, oh, yeah. You're going to have a problem with her later in life. I said, Mama, what I'm going to do? So she said, no, you like her, well, but later in life, she's going to, and that's just what happened. The 20 years of marriage, she said something is missing. And we had built, the most prosperous period in my life. And I'll tell you, when you got a woman in your corner, they can say what they want. If a woman is in your corner, it's unbeatable. If she's not, God help you. But she was in my corner, because we had 3 stores then. Had a big, huge house. I'm going to show you a big, huge house.
I've seen the house.
Okay. And you know what she said? That's why I love what she said. The lawyer said you'll have to sell everything and give her half. I said, oh, God. He said, unless You make a deal with him. She said, you don't have to do anything. Give me what you want, because the problem is me, not you.
She said that?
That's what she said. That's what she said.
Okay.
She left me with everything. See, that's what I'm saying. That, because I was good to her. I would have died for her. I don't mean just kill myself, but if a bus was coming down the street, I'd push it out of the way.
Okay.
That's how much I care. I never cared for a human being like I cared for her. And I was like devastated. I wasn't right for a whole year. I was walking around. That's why my son came in and robbed me blind, because he took over and he just thought I was like a basket case. I just couldn't focus, because I talk about women and all this business, but a good woman is priceless. A woman is in your corner. Priceless.
So is a woman like that worth the sacrifice and the pain you have to endure by not going out with other women?
No, I went out with other women.
Oh.
No,
So the answer is no. She's not worth that.
No, that's the point of worth. It didn't change my feeling.
But when you married her, you promised you wouldn't.
Well, that hypocrite that gave me that stuff. I guess the guy that married us
you?
tried to hit on Jackie. When she was there getting the church, I have contempt for them guys. I don't know how these guys just say, look, you know what? You're married here. That's why Goldie Hawn said marriage destroys romance. She never got married with this.
Her and Kurt Russell totally did it the right way. I have mad props for them.
You're supposed
I'm not
to.
a fan of the institution of marriage. I think it crushes both sides.
Because a lot of women, a lot of times, relax. A man figure he's stuck. You're supposed to be married from the heart. That's
Right.
where you should, not from a piece of paper.
Right.
You know. So the point simply, I'm just saying, I think a woman in your corner. And right now, I'm sorry I don't have a woman, because a few of my friends, I got a call last night from one of my friends' wives that he's on life support. And I said, gee, she says, I'm at the hospital now. I said, shit, I don't have anybody. You know, I said, you know, if I get sick, I'm in deep water. You know, it's good to have. And Jackie, she saved my life when I was, I'll tell you what had happened. I'll never forget this. I took all these vitamins, you know, and I drank a little water and laid down, but they didn't go down because I didn't drink enough liquid. So I started, I started choking. So you know what? It's one of the most desperate things. So she tried to give me the Heimlich thing because she's a nurse.
Right.
And I'm not gonna. I mean, it's a you think you're dying, you know.
Right.
But she finally got all those pills came up, and I said, oh, God, suppose if I was home alone, I'd be dead. Because you panic. You can't. It's nothing worse. There's nothing worse than choking to death. And I had, you know, I took those pills. We always took a lot of vitamins, but I didn't drink enough water. And I laid down, and then if she wasn't there, I'd be holding her the rest of my life for that. That's one of the things. So that's why I say, women, you get a woman in your corner, and a woman can be in your corner. A lot of times, men don't have enough common sense to appreciate a good woman. See,
I would agree with that.
See, I'm the type of guy, kindness is a gift, not a right. You have no right to somebody's kindness. It's a gift. If you can't appreciate a gift, it's your problem. And the person that gives you the gift should stop doing it. Because the problem is never outside of you. You know that. You're always the problem, not the next person.
Can men be friends with women? You mentioned your friends.
No. You could be friends on a limit. You cannot be... Now, we talk on the phone. Like, Violet is one of them. She lives in Jersey. Margaret is in Pennsylvania. You cannot be close without tapping. Can't do it.
Without tapping it.
Yeah, you gotta tap it.
You know, it's not that I actually disagree with a lot of what he's saying. It's that the words he's using are incredibly offensive.
Hey.
Why is it?
That's guy talk.
That's
a problem.
What do you want me to say? What word would it be better you would like to hear?
No,
Making
tapping
love,
it, that's
Leroy.
fine.
Huh?
No, just like physical intimacy. I get. I mean, she's in Jersey. Obviously, you're not.
Because if you're with a woman, you care for her. You cannot resist the temptation.
So do you have lady friends here? Just friends?
No, I don't have any. I don't have time to be honest with you.
Well,
I had a girlfriend,
I'm asking
but
guys in general.
I had a girlfriend,
And guys in general have female friends.
It's according to what level it is. If you casually see, if you see her on a continuous basis, you're gonna tap it.
What if she was not gonna let you tap it?
Well, then you don't need her because women don't understand. I'm a friend. Men can't. You cannot be a full friend of a man. A man can relate to a man like he never relate to a woman. There's a certain level.
Sure, I get
Can
that.
I tell you
Well,
what?
the same way.
Can I tell you as a woman, hey, you know, last night, dude, it was so hot, kid wouldn't come up. You won't tell that to a woman? No, but you tell it to one of your friends. Or you tell one of your friends, boy, I really...
Really?
Huh?
Did you really?
Sure. You tell friends, talk about, you know what, you need something to boost it up and all that kind of, you don't talk to a woman. Or you could say, boy, that woman was, I really enjoyed that last night and so on and so. You gonna say that to a woman? It's certain levels. Certain words you'll use, you wouldn't use. You should never
it's not
complete...
different for women. The nature of female relationships are very different than, you can't give me what my best female friend.
So then
gives
why
me.
would women delude themselves? I never heard a man say, we could be friends. I never heard a man say it.
I didn't say best friends. I just said friends. We
Well,
can't.
I'm friends to these girls that I know. I love them. I mean, talk to them, but they're in a category I don't even think about sex with.
So it is possible, you're saying.
But it's according to it's possible, but you got to make sure it's got to be on a low level, not an intense level. In other words, like Jason and I, we're friends. We talk all the time. We talk about anything. I can't be like that with a woman because I want to get next to her then, if I'm that close. Yeah, you can't help it.
I want to interject. One thing I noticed too about being friends with a woman, like I said, first off, if you're attracted to her, no, it's not going to happen unless you have sex with her. Then not in your friendship. But the problem is women will want to be friends with a guy, but then you say go to eat lunch somewhere, and they'll want the guy to pay for it, and you're like, but we're friends. You should be paying your
I've
share.
never
And
asked
I'm saying
anybody
this,
to pay for
not all
meals.
women, but this happens with the majority of women.
Really?
They'll act like they want you to treat them like girlfriend and pay for everything and do all this stuff, but
They're not giving it up.
Yeah,
We're hanging out with the wrong
wrong
women.
But that's why Leroy's saying that. No, but that's why Leroy's saying that. They give up. The guys will give up on their friendship with a girl if
Right.
they can't tap it and that's a guy lingo. We just talk
No,
that
it's
way.
fine.
Just like girls have their
Whatever.
lingo too.
We have ours.
But
It's all
that's the
good.
thing is women can't
Just a little
from what I
outnumbered.
see, women can't distinguish between true friends from a guy and a girl where they go because when we go out with go out with your boys. Everyone pays for their own stuff. No one's like, hey, you got my movie
And it's a
ticket?
hang loose.
Yeah,
Hang
yeah.
loose,
Everyone pays for their own
whatever you
beers.
want to
I
say.
totally get that.
And
Understand that.
and the point is, when you if you start, I actually avoid, because Violet was married to one of my friends. I wanted to tap her so bad I used to dream about her. But she's married to one of my friends, and she liked to talk to me because he didn't like to talk. She's a Gemini. She likes to talk, And she says, I love to talk to you. She said, men don't like to talk. All they want to talk is about sports, football, or something, or anything else they want to get in your pants. She said, they don't want to. We talk, she likes politics and all that stuff, But in any case, I never got really close to her because I was afraid. I was afraid. I always got uneasy when I would come to visit them and he would be there, she invited to dinner, I would sit next to her. Because I didn't want anything to show that I was interested in her,
Right.
But I wanted to tap it. It's all here. It's all here.
But it's possible to be friends with a woman, and you aren't thinking every single day that you want to tap.
What's it called now? If you got some old geezer that couldn't come if you called him, maybe he could be your friend because he nurture you. But you got a man that his body is functioning. You got the level of your friendship. They have levels of friendship. You can have maybe you see him once every 2 or 3 months. You may go to a movie or something. Say, that's fine. But if it's something on a continuous, or he gives you gifts and things like that.
I mean that
Well, I
makes
mean, if
me
he say
uncomfortable.
huh?
That makes me uncomfortable.
Well, then it's then how you say friends? And what do you mean by friends? You could talk to a man, but it cannot be on a strong, definite. In other words, it's the frequency. I think the most important thing. The more frequent the man, and then men don't usually interested in talking to a woman unless she's attractive. Real hardly going to have a friend if she's ugly.
You're not gonna have an ugly friend.
A woman, you know about it.
Unless
Bad
she
enough.
provides some sort of service.
That's right.
To you, or
Well, then she's a good
advice,
friend.
or in
Then she's
to
a
the
good
pretty
friend.
girl or something.
Now if she's going downtown for breakfast, then okay. Then that's all right. Then you can tolerate it. Say, well, okay. Gabriel's home is being taken care of.
Downtown for breakfast.
Then that's okay. But I mean, it's women. A woman. I think women are beautiful. It's just so beautiful to see women. I don't know what we do with it. If they took all the women off, you say, women, no more women nowhere walking the street, I think I'd go nuts.
Well,
At my
you
age.
die out pretty fast.
No, I don't mean, I'm not talking about in reality. I mean, not, maintain the species. I'm just saying just the visual. And I say to my, just the visual of seeing nice looking women like you. You're nice and attractive. It's nice. It's nice to look at. Now, if you was a ugly, I probably would be sitting there. Let's face it. It's so
I wrote a
visual.
screenplay about you.
What's that mean?
What, you wouldn't be sitting here if I were ugly?
Well, that if the screenplay, but I mean, no. If you were ugly, I probably wouldn't. You wouldn't even bother calling you.
No,
What
it
are
is,
you
you wouldn't have got to the point to write the screenplay about him because he wouldn't want to spend any time with you. So you would have never.
No, I
wrote
wouldn't
that
let her
That's
know.
not true.
No, I
Don't talk
wouldn't-
to anybody who walks into this
Yeah,
store.
but-
No,
for
I
8
wouldn't let her.
hours. That's
I'd
how
let
I
her
wrote
write.
that
She
screenplay.
could have wrote the screenplay, but I wouldn't. It's pleasant, and now maybe I'm kind of too off. It's pleasant to see you, because no, really, it's
Because
pleasant.
I'm not horrendous to the
No,
eyes.
no, you're very pleasant to
Very
the eyes.
pleasant
It's
on the
really-
eyes.
It's an amazing thing, It really is amazing. It fascinates me. I'm still trying to understand it. I really am. Even all this time I've been around this earth, I'm still trying to understand what it is. Because sometimes I cut on a TV and I said, "Ooh," I had to put it on pause. I said, "Look at that." And it fascinates me. Why? What are you looking for? It just looks so good. Oh, here. And you remember now, life is decision. You know that. And the problem is always you, never outside of you. Because you make it outside of you, never can solve it. Remember that.
Okay.
Remember that.
What argument are you summarizing?
It's
with
not an
that?
argument. That is the key to life. You focus on Tina, nothing outside of nobody. You are the decision. It's never outside of you. The problem is never outside of you. Because if you either can solve it or you can't. If you cannot solve it, you move on.
That makes sense.
That's right. Some people are very
That's how I
unhappy.
live.
Because you know why? They blame everybody else. If only she had or he had.
I don't do that. My struggles are all internal.
I tell you, I didn't say you. What do you hold things in or you express them? Are you able to express? No.
pretty
But
expressive
you're usually very forward when you want to do something. This is what you want to do. You don't want no impediment. You don't want anybody coming in on you when you're moving ahead.
That's
You know?
accurate.
Yeah, that's your nature.
Sure.
I'm only going by my friends that are Aries. A lot of people think Aries are selfish because of that, but they're not. A lot of people think you're selfish, but you're very caring, and people can count on you.
For
But-
sure.
Yeah, you can count on
I'm
Aries.
super loyal because
Oh, I know.
I make decisions about people the same way I make decisions
I
about
know.
goals or.
But you do your thing. When you want to do your thing, you don't want anybody sideswiping you.
True.
That's you.
I don't offend
That's not a negative.
No, I know.
Because there's no exclusive personalities. A lot of people try to think it's just how it affects you as an individual. In other words, it's more of a point with you, like me. I'm Taurus. I'm very fixed. I know what I am. It fascinates me. That's why I tell him I don't like to do anything unless I'm going to follow it through. But I got sick on that doggone website. That's why I didn't want to do it, because I knew once I started, I was going to get too involved. I could be working here and working. I was up 4 and 5 in the morning going over things, but it was too much for me. And that's why I didn't want to do it. I didn't want to do anything. I didn't even want to do anything on the YouTube. It's set for him. Because I know me. And I'm fixed. Once I believe something, baby, you got a hard time breaking out having it. But if I don't know,
3 o'clock. I don't know if it's.
Yeah, I gotta get going.
So,
Did we solve the differences?
No, we
any
didn't.
final thoughts?
I just want to point out that throughout Leroy's arguments, he contradicted himself on several occasions.
I contradict myself.
And
Her thoughts, Leroy. Just her thoughts.
he's a hypocrite. No, I mean, these are good conversations to have, and people should be having them publicly, vocally, passionately, I guess. I adore Leroy, and he's one of my favorite people in the world. So this was actually quite fun.
Your final
Well,
thought.
now, the point to say about Tina has a magnetism about her. Tina makes a lot of the things that I talk in general about women that's negative, she throws it all out. Because she's realistic in the sense that she don't play with herself. She looks at life the way it is, and not the way people want it to be. And I like it. I love her personality. I love the way she looks. I love everything about her. I just think she's just fantastic. I really do, and I enjoy this talking to her because she's not a phony. She tells you I like women that tell you what they think, rather than what they think you may think they think, and try to be politically correct, and that's what I like. She's number one. It's a pleasure and an honor to be here. It really is.
Same for me.
She's beautiful. You really are. You really are. I mean, I always told you it's just something about
Why am
you.
I single?
Huh?
Why am I single?
Because
we discussed that already.
You know why? You're too strong. You're too men. You're the kind of men
Such a lame reason.
No, honey,
True.
it's not.
It's-
But I want a strong man. Maybe the guy who doesn't think I'm too strong. That's the guy for me. I'm holding out for
That's
him.
the guy, yeah. And it's kind of hard to meet them.
Man, you gotta find like a Bill Gates. He's not looking
Yeah.
for looks. But that's what, not just for the money.
Bill Gates.
No, but someone like that that's all very intellectual, and he's not looking for a woman for the looks. He's looking for a woman that's gonna make him a strong.
But she's
person
got
too.
the looks.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying she needs a. That's what type of
Well,
guy. This is
I
an
like
example.
strong women.
She needs a guy like that. I'm not saying that she don't have the looks, Leroy. I'm just saying that she
Yeah.
needs a strong intellectual man that feels that with her by his side, he's gonna be a stronger man. And those men are few and far between.
But I don't think she needs
You
to
mean
meet a
one.
man that think he'll be stronger
I
because
don't
of
know. I
you.
don't know either.
No, I don't think that. I don't think you should worry about a man that think you'll make him strong. I think you got to meet a man that appreciate your strength, that feed on your strength, that enjoy. That's why I like Mary.
I want to meet a
This
man
girl-
who wants me in his corner. You said that all
Yeah,
throughout
and
this.
feed on you instead of looking for you to boost him. See, too many men.
No,
look to be
but that's what I meant, Leroy. Maybe you misunderstood. I meant that's going to complement him. But what the problem with most men is they don't want a girl competing with them. They want the final say on most stuff, and they don't want to have to verbally spar or everything. They want, like that last couple that came in, you could just automatically tell that she has a final word on the thing,
Oh,
and,
yeah,
and
well,
she'll
she-
shut
but
him
he-
up.
but he enjoyed it.
And he's fine with that. Most guys aren't. So.
But see, and you see, probably the man that is fine with that.
She
don't
actually
want.
answered, like when you were talking to her, she would answer the question and he would say exactly the same thing
Well,
right
you
after.
notice he would look at her and then say, to
You
make
know,
sure.
you heard what I
She was
called
like
her?
Shaolin Kempo, and he goes,
Yeah.
Shaolin Kempo.
Yeah.
You heard what I called her, didn't you?
The boss.
Boss.
And she was. You could tell.
But I don't want to boss a guy around. I don't want a weak guy. I want an equal. I want a partner.
I mean,
Right.
I mean, I know. You.
I don't want a guy who says what I
you're
tell him to
perfect.
say.
You're perfect. But the thing is simply that probably the guy that you now, first of all, when the guy you meet, say, and you go, what do you see that breaks it down? Is it him or you? I mean, what makes the relationship fade out, in your opinion?
I usually check out first.
What makes you check out?
It's been a long time since I was in a lengthy relationship.
Well, not even, you see a short term, so you meet a guy, then even the ones that don't last long.
I don't actually like a guy to call me that much.
You're very independent.
Yeah, I
You
don't.
know, and
Probably
it's
the last guy I
amazing.
dated for just a couple months. He was.
You
like,
want a man that can stand on his own, somebody that don't
Right.
need to rest on you. You don't like it turn
Yeah.
you off. You want that. That's
He would like text message me smiley faces and shit. I'm like,
Now,
what do I
let me ask you a
do?
question. Have you ever found a man that didn't call you that much?
Yeah.
And how long did that relationship last?
Well, I was with somebody for 5 years who I really only saw maybe once a week, and like
Hi, Steve.
I liked that. That worked actually for
We
both of
just-
us. But
We just
I'd like a little bit more time than that probably. But like smiley
You
face text messages through the day. Like I'm working. I'm a busy
that's
person.
that's see something.
But she goes against the regular woman. The regular woman likes that stuff.
Some of them you can't get down. If a Libra woman,
Yeah.
you tell a Libra woman, "I love you," and you go over and say, "Steve, you love me." I just told you I love you. Oh, Libras. Only you could tell a Libra woman you love her in 5 minutes won't be enough. You find a Libra.
Yeah, that
Libra,
freaks me out.
Libra women are enough. But see, a man has to have his antennas out. See, a lot of women know that they want you to be totally focused on them. And you know that thing what they said, the rules that those idiot women wrote that book about the rules, how to get a man?
Yeah.
Not about the stupid. They said, don't call if he calls, don't answer. Look, if a man is into you, you do anything you want. If he's not into you, nothing you do will make a difference.
That's been my experience.
That's why books always stop. These books, these people making fortunes writing these stupid books, and people dumb enough to the rules. There are no rules. If he's into you, you do whatever you can never answer the phone. He keep calling. But if he's not into you,
He won't
it
call
wouldn't
you.
make a difference. I had a woman come in there. She says she's celibate. I said, "What do you mean?" She said, "Oh, I haven't had a man in a year." I said, "Why?" She said, "What difference? What does it make?" She said, "You go with them." She says, and they don't call. If you don't go with them, they don't call. She says, "I don't bother." It was very, it made me laugh. You know, I just why I enjoy because I relate. Just like I got this ball player. He sat there for 3.5 hours, Barry Bonds. And everybody, man, you mention him, they say how mean he is and everything. But I get people to relax and talk to him, and I was surprised. And I said, and I asked him, how could he be? Why? I said, people hate you. And I said, why do you allow that? He says, I said, what happened in your head? He said, I'm into. You heard of him? Mm-hmm. He said, I'm just into myself. I said, well, you paying the price for it.
Yeah.
He said, I know it. Now he's sorry. See, he just couldn't see past his nose. If they like you get away with murder. If they don't like you don't get what you do. People gotta like you. You see. But the thing with you, the only thing with you was no dates, son.
I think so.
I tell you one thing, when I was younger, man, you'd be in deep trouble.
He has to end a visit up hitting on me every time.
Because a woman like you, is strong. I mean, you're strong and you got substance. But the only thing I think a man will find a problem though, Tina.
Huh.
You do your thing.
Yeah.
You don't ask permission.
Yeah, that's true.
And men, do you do this, Tina? Like, no, you didn't do it to me, but like say you want to do something and that's it. What matters what he have to say? This is what I want to do at this moment. Do you do that? Do you ever?
Well, it's not. I never make that demand. Like you and I are going to the movies.
Oh
tonight.
no.
What I'll say is I'm going to the movies tonight.
No,
you
that's
want
what
to come?
that's
come.
what I mean.
No, that's cool.
That's what I mean.
I do what I want to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's where the man find.
Come if you want.
That's where a man find it difficult to handle.
Yeah.
And he takes that if he understands that's your nature and you don't mean anything by it.
No, and in fact, I would love it if you came with me.
Yeah.
I'm just telling you, that's what I decided to do.
See?
Yeah.
That's what a lot of men aren't capable of doing. They look at it as a rejection.
Well, what it is too is women will say it just like that: is I'm going to the movies, and they may not ask you, but women hint when they say something that has more than one meaning, and they're telling him pretty much you're welcome to come, and you just got to ask you want to come or tell me. And the guy's busy thinking, why did she ask me to the movies? She must not want me to come, even though she kind of insinuated that I'm going to the movies. So.
If you know a woman, you could just like I was talking about a Libra woman. Now some guys, I have friends that have marital Libras. They say they wear them out. They just want attention all the time. See, and she's just different. So you have to deal with each woman. You got to have your antennas out
Yeah.
to see where she's coming from because you can get a real good woman.